darling. So this is next one. Next set of cards for you all. My divines. My beautiful counterpart. Not my beautiful counterparts. My beautiful collective out there. This one is from Healing with the Angels by Doreen Virtue. Look at that beautiful card. So I'm going to put it down. Obviously, because I can't multitask, I can't hold the phone and shuffle at the same time. Again, dear angels, please let the cards ping out. Please. How do I do it? Someone teach me how for the cards. I want these cards to... Oh, hey, it pinged out. A card just pinged out straight away. Thank you, angels. More. What more to say? More pinging. Cards ping. Cards ping. Please, cards ping. What do you have to say to us to do? Ping, ping. Please ping out. Please ping out. Please do it. Don't let it be just the once. Please ping out. I want to know. I want to feel professional. I want to feel like I know what I'm doing. I actually don't. To be honest with you, I don't know what I'm doing. I do, but you know what I'm saying. This is all new. I've never actually. Well, I did. I read a few cards for somebody very special on Twitter yesterday, but that was it. Oh, thank you. That's one. But it's the first time. This is my first obviously readings. And I haven't done any readings for a long time. I haven't been in the right headspace, and I've been breathing and purged and doing lots of crying, been very, very negative because I've had a really awful bloody life. You know, you can read my stories on WhatsApp. No, you can't read my stories on WhatsApp at all. But you can read my stories if you choose to on Insta and on Twitter. Thank you, that's my third one. And on Twitter. And then the bottom card is, yeah, it's been crap. You know, hideous, actually hideous. Persecution, abuse, nastiness, mental health illnesses, you know, psychosis, grieving, purging, crying, you know, healing and ascending, getting close to God, getting close to Georgia. You know, it's been bloody horrible. So now, things are on the upswing. So now I can, and this is why I'm doing these cards now, because obviously I need to find out what's happening. Just drinking my holy water as, oh my god, what, oh for God's sake. You know what, one of my darling readers, see, I'm so sorry, darling. How can I forget Talia? Can't forget Talia because, yeah, very important, very special name. So my beautiful Talia calls it holy water, so there you go. This is my holy water. And my lovely Talia, who's a lovely tarot reader as well, so I recommend her. She's got a mad-ass sense of humour the same as me. She's got a disgusting cackle. She's got a really evil laugh. It's Talia. Talia's Tarot. I think she's called Talia's Tarot. I'm going to promote these people because these are my spirit guides. These are my spirit guides. These are my guides who have been reading tarots. And all of the tarots I've been reading, you know, they've been helping me. Oh, without fail. So I'm going to be promoting my darling tarot readers for you all to go onto their pages. So Talia, I think it's Talia's Tarot. I'll double check later for the next cards, but to make sure I've got it exactly right. So anyway, Talia, she calls it holy water, so it's my strawberry still water. I love it. This is Tesco's, but still water with strawberries in it. It's lovely. Righty ho. So there we go. Let's have a look. So we have got, in no particular order, you know, it doesn't matter. So we have, look. It is retreat. Oh, you can see that big letters. Retreat. Okay, let's have a look. Where's my book? Oh God, where's the book? Oh, underneath. The book was underneath. So retreat is... And there's no point in showing you. I'm just going to leave the cards, make the phone like that, okay? So just trust me, I'm not lying to you. Retreat says, the card meaning says, Spend some time alone in quiet thought. Clear your mind and focus on your truth and priorities. Are you pushing yourself too hard, beloved child of God? The angels remind us that rest is a natural cycle in every living thing. Think of the mighty oak tree. I love that name, tree. Oak trees especially, but tree, it's one of my favourite words ever. I love trees. I'll tell you about that later. Especially trees that are kind of 6 foot 8, loving trees. I love 6 foot 8. Trees that are 6 foot 8 especially I love. I'll tell you about that later. So anyway, think of the mighty oak tree that grows in spurts and then rests. It draws its nourishment from deep within the earth and takes its time before growing upward again. Like the oak tree, it's important for you to nourish yourself with spiritual and emotional food, which is in apostrophes, if that's the word, apostrophes. Yeah. While you are resting, take time to reflect on your heart's true feelings and desires. Your angels speak to you through your heart, and when you just listen and honour your feelings, you walk hand in hand with God and the angels. You will know that it's true. You will know that it's true divine guidance, and not just your imagination or wishful thinking. If it speaks of your desire to make a difference in the world, yes. So my opinion is, if you spend all your time just having angels and love in your heart, you don't need to pray 5 times a day, what have you, or just wait until Sunday to pray. Just know that you're never alone. God, Jesus, Jar Jar, the angels, all the divine beings, they're inside of us. They're inside. Our ancestors, all the energies are inside of us and all around us, so we're never alone. So if you keep them in your heart, and if you slow right down, tune into your intuition. If you tune into your intuition and be guided, you'll see their messages. Don't be focused on what you're doing. I mean, go out into the world, but sometimes if you don't have to go left, go right. Because if you go right, you might bump into somebody that you didn't know you were going to bump into. Or, if you feel like stopping, I don't know, just have a look around you. You might see things, or you probably will. Little signs, look for feathers. Look for nicenesses. If you have nicenesses in your head, love in your heart, and you expect to see loveliness, then you'll find it. But like I said, be focused on stepping forward. Don't ever go back. Well, you can't. It's not possible. You can't unless you turn around and walk the other way. But it's still going to go in the right direction. We're alive. So we're alive to go forward. So go forward, but just take your time. Enjoy where you're going. But if you don't have to do anything, don't do it. Just take bimble through life, people. That's what I say. Right. So the next card is next card, and that's all from experience. That's all only from experience, I don't read that in the book. Well, I might have done, but it's all from experience, because today I did exactly that. I went here and there and I met my darling Lucia. Randomly. Because time is time and my soul tribe are coming in. Anyway, so look, answered prayer. Isn't that beautiful? Answered prayer says, enjoy life. Cry cry, be depressed and miserable. My God, I was crying and depressed and miserable for so many years after anyway, let's not go into my daughter's death, but after, grieving, there was time, there was a season to cry and to get upset. And, if you go mad, I went psychotic for a long time in dark depression because of what happened to me in my life. That's a season, it's called season. It's not just 4 seasons, it's a season, it's a time. Whatever the time is, a season. I've had my season. There's pain and suffering and crying, and being mentally unwell and, really horrible, dark night of the soul, quite frankly, but you cry it out. Cry. It's really potent healing. and potent prayer, you know. So that's what I did. I do go off on tangents. So, you know, just to let you, I do go off on tangents. And, you made me swear. You know, I might drop a few. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try not to swear. But I do drop them every now and then. But I'm going to try really hard not to. But I do go off on tangents. So, you know, because, you know, I've had an hideous life. And I've come through my dark night of the soul. I started healing my childhood wounds in my early 20s, you know. I'm now 51. 30 years. It's taken me 30 years. My God, it's been a long 30 years. But 30 years of addressing my childhood wounds. But I found alcohol I used to get pissed all the time when I was very young, which is, you know, great for the time, but I realised then, you know, it didn't serve my purpose because I've spent a lot of money on alcohol and I was never getting pissed anymore. You know, so if you're drinking alcohol or if you're smoking some marijuana, whatever you got to do, whatever you're doing, do what you got to do. You know, it's your life, you've got free will, but if you're addicted to anything, then addiction is something else you've got to heal from. So what's the point in that? You know, have a bit here and there. I mean, I don't do anything. I'm clean. I've been clean of alcohol, and I have it, you know, every now and then I'll have some alcohol, and I'm gonna start having some interestingness for my journey. You know, I'm gonna have a dib dab of all sorts of stuff now because I've been clean of everything for many years, and I've ascended and healed purely because I never had. What am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say? I didn't block. You know, alcohol suppresses. Marijuana helps to travel in your mind and your spirit and stuff. Anyway, that whatever. But me personally, I believe that the way to heal is to be clean and then feel your feelings. You know, go through it. It's hard. Don't tell me it's flipping hard. It's really hard to have those bad memories. But the only way you're gonna ascend to get closer to God and to find true love is to address your wounds. You know, go for your bad times, go for your memories. Everything that hurt you, deal with it. You know, talk about it, cry about it, deal with it, address it. You know, don't block it, because you know, the longer you carry it, the longer you just don't. You know, you just don't move on from it. You know, you're carrying it all the time. So my guidance, my advice is, out of personal experience, deal with it head on, face it. It's called the dark night of the soul. Face it, face your fears, and move on. I mean, like I said, I went psychotic at some point because, you know, the abuse and all the horrible things that were happening to me. I mean, bad stuff happens. I can't tell you why that happens. I think, you know, it's a lesson. It's all lessons, you know. Ultimately, it is all lessons. God will never give us anything. Jaja will never give us anything we can't really cope with. You know, he'll. But we're being tested to find out how we deal with situations, all situations, good and bad. Yeah, how we deal with things, because He wants to know our character. Because human life on earth is what, 80 years? I don't know. However long you live, it's nothing. Because eternal life is eternal. Heavenly life is eternal. That's a blooming long time. So therefore, you know, Earth is like school. We've been given lessons to learn. So Jar Jar, Jesus, God, angels. We know we're tested to find out who we're going to be in heaven. And if you actually get to heaven in the first place, because if we're shitbags in life, all of our lives, and we're horrible people, and we never learn our lessons, and we never change, then we ain't going to go to heaven. Period. Because, you know, if you're a shitbag and you don't listen to God and you don't do anything nice in life, then you don't deserve to go to heaven. Quite frankly, it's the truth. It's the truth, and I'm going to tell. It's a tangent regarding money, for example. Let's just go on to the money situation because this is really important. And you know, power, money and power. Money gives you power. Money, all right. Now this is fact. It's not, you know, airy fairy. Money, God, Jar Jar, you're given it. It's not your money. It's loaned to you by Jar Jar and by God. However you got it, doesn't matter. Well, it does actually. It does matter. But it's all given from God. So, all those people out there who have hundreds of millions of pounds, billions and trillions of pounds in certain circumstances, and they know that they've assumed power because they can buy everything, and they think they're better than everybody else because, you know, of course, they have more than poor people, so therefore they think they're better than poor people. And they have their houses and their mansions and their cars and their bling, and their bling, 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 and their more bling, 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 and their Gucci's, and their Pradas, and this, that, and the other, and they fancy this, and they fancy that, their holidays, and all that blah, blah, all that crap. So, you know, however they got it, if they haven't got it for any, you know, put it this way, if they've earned it, if they've been good people, and they've worked hard in life, you know, but they're loving people and they've used that money and they've helped others, then God will see they've used that money wisely. But if, you know, you've got people out there who don't do shit for their money, they're singers, for example, you know, and blah blah, you know, the singers, I'm gonna go for, like, you know, for the artists, for the musical artists, whatever, the singers, you know, the rappers, and this and that and the other, whoever, all these people are singing for life, you know, they sing. Their job is singing, for fuck's sake. Singers, you know, that's not hard work. That's nothing. That's bloody singing, you know. So they've made hundreds of millions of pounds by singing. And oftentimes, I don't know, they're singing about not very nice things as well. So, you know, bitch this and nigger that and fuck this and blah, blah, whatever. I hate the word nigger. I'm never going to use it. I say tigger because I am a tigger as well, because we, you know, we did a Pooh's tigger with a bouncy. I'm a tigger, so I'm never going to use that word again. I'm a tigger, and if necessary, in the right situation, I will say tigger, not nigger. I've said it again. So anyway, yeah, I'm a tigger. So all these, like, artists, no, rapping, I love rapping. Love it. Fucking love. I love it. But, you know, if you've made your money, I'm telling you, all these people, if they've made their money by singing, rapping, what have you, and that's all they've ever done, they've made their billions or millions, then, you know, their time don't look good, quite frankly. I don't see that they're gonna, like, last very long. Unless they're really good people, do you understand? If they do God's work and they, like, use their money to help people, and they have pure heart and they love, then, you know, let them have all they have in life. Oh my God, what is this? 18 minutes? I'm going off on a massive tangent. No, I don't care because it needs to be said. So money, they think they've made it. They think they're the top bollocks. They think they're the top dog because they've made it in life. Well, they might have made it in life, but they may have made it in life. But like I said, it's a test. That money is of God. It's God's money. He's loaned it. He's loaned it to them. He's loaned it to us. So they may think they've made it, but they haven't. Because if they've hoarded, like, a certain, you know, £200 million in a certain person's bank account, he thinks he's hoarded them now. Do you understand? I mean, you know, it's not just, I know, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to spout any names. But anybody out there who's got a stupid amount of money, think they made it, and they haven't, quite frankly. Because if they're a piece of shit, they're a piece of shit. Anyway, and, you know, they don't deserve the steam off Jesus' piss, quite frankly, because Jesus was humble, he had nothing, born in a stable, you know, his mum and dad, you know, they had nothing, and Jesus had nothing. He's not moneyed. He wasn't interested in money, he was interested in loving people, bloody, bloody, bloody. So that leads me on to, like, royalty. The royal bloodline is of God. People on the planet who assume royalty, they say, oh, I'm the king, I'm the queen. I don't know about any, I was born in England, so you got the Windsors. I'm going to slag the Windsors off. I'm going to slag the Windsors off. and I don't give a fuck, because I don't care if you're royalist. I see people like that, we're not even going to go into the governments, because they're going down as well, because they're evil. But for example, the Queen and the Windsors in Buckingham Palace, 700 rooms plus. Yeah, I'm slagging off the Windsors, and I don't care. They assume they have the right to become Queen or King, just because it's happened. They've done it forever, for example. But what? Why? What gives them the right to be king? What kind of people are they? The Queen, for example? She didn't even know how to cut a cake. I saw one video, she couldn't even cut a cake. You know, they don't know how to look after themselves. I have people doing all the dirty work, people wearing their shoes to stop blisters on their feet. You know, they have royalty. Everywhere they go, it's clean and nice. You know, everything. What kind of people have billions even, because they've got houses and palaces, castles, cars, bling, everything, millions, billions, blah, blah, blah. But they're not in touch with reality. They don't know people. The Queen used to wear gloves, she never, shook hands with people. Anyway, she's in reality, Rude. Bloody rude. Blood rude. No, doesn't know people. Never been, never lived with regular people. I'm assuming she's been everywhere in the world. I've not been to too many places, but I've just spent 6 months in Africa. I was guided to go to Africa, thank you, Jar. And I was born in a council estate, and I'm on benefits now. I'm on sickness benefit, incapacity benefit. So literally, I'm going to be transparent. I live off less than £1,000 a month, and I'm in debt. I'm in debt, and I've been struggling with nothing. Sometimes I have nothing in my bank account. I live with nothing at all. Nothing in my bank account for days, because I'm not managing my money. No, I've never had money. I did work for money years and years and years ago. I've not worked because I've been healing myself, but when I worked, I was working as a nurse. I cleaned bums for a living, I wiped bottoms, I fed people with disabilities, varying ranges. I worked with elderly people. I'm going to blow my own trumpet. I worked hard, physically, doing things because I cared for people and I wanted to do that. I could have been, okay, I'm going to backtrack on a tangent. When I was 17, 18, I'm 6'2", and I was size 12 at that time because I'd lost loads of weight. I was approached by a model agency to do catwalk modelling. Tangent. I could have done that. I could have been off, living as a supermodel. I've been told you're a supermodel. Come and be a supermodel. We don't want your money, we just want you on the catwalk. So I could have done that, back in the day. But I don't know, I was rebellious. I thought, no, I'm happy. I don't need anybody else to tell me I'm pretty, or, because I'd lost 4 stone. I was hefty when I was a kid. So therefore, I thought, Sodja, I don't want to do that. So I went my own way, working. I did care work, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, where's it going? So, and then also, in my life, I've given of myself to people. I've got an affinity for homeless people, and I've opened my homes, very small homes, to homeless people, because I panic when I see homeless people on the street, yeah? So I have an open house policy for homeless people, many hundreds of homeless people. It stopped now because I got abused badly for 7, 8 years, 9 years by nasty ass abusive homeless people who took the piss out of me. So that's me. That is why I am who I am. I was given the loving quality by Jah, by Jesus, by God, by the angels. I was given that quality to love and to pray for everybody. To share, even though I was going through shit in life, I never took my shit to the streets. Anyway, so I went to Africa with no money. I met a beautiful man, my first love. He had no money. And I lived travelling from Gambia through Senegal into Guinea, Conakry, with him, with no money. I had a lot of money, considering they had nothing, so I shared what I had, which wasn't very much, but I got it, banked over, got it sent over. But we travelled around, staying with wonderful, beautiful, beautiful people, but they kept themselves very clean, very, very tight, very clean. But there was sewage everywhere, sewage in the streets, no running water, no electricity. I don't know what you call it. Whatever. In certain, in city, it was very hard for them. They had nothing. Very, very hard. Very, very hard. And then on the flip side, I went to Guinea Conakry, and I spent, miles away from the city in a village, which was luckily they had like a water